Welcome back to the channel. Today we are making Trunken 45s, but instead of going downwards, today we are going to go left or right. All you have to do is do this in reverse depending on which direction you want to go. So to get your measurement for the cuts, you do tan and half of the angle you want to hit. So the angle is 45 degrees and half of that is 22.5. Then you multiply that by the width of the trunken, which is 100 mil, and that leaves you with 41.42 degrees, which you can see me measuring out there. Now, a good thing to know as well is this tan multiplier, whatever sorcery is going on there, you can do that to hit any angle you want. So if you wanted a 30-degree angle, you just do tan half of the angle. So if you want a 30 degrees, you do tan 15 multiplied by 100 mil, which is the width of the trunken, and that'll give you the angle for 30 degrees. So this is a really good thing to know, and I actually learned this from people online and stuff. So this is not something that I've known for years. This is something that I have known for probably, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months now, and it's a great one. It's a phenomenal trick to know, and you can use this with trunken tray, anything you want. And after watching these videos, you'd have no issue making up any piece for anything at any angle forever. Anyway, time to go to town with the grinder. My favorite tool of all time. Has anybody cut this stuff with a hacksaw? I know in phase 2 they make you do it with a hacksaw, and I can understand why they wouldn't let apprentices use these grinders in phase 2, but let's be honest, there is no better tool than a grinder. So we're just going to keep working our way around this trunken in this episode of Back Garden Basics. I am chopping this up in my back garden because that's what I feel like doing. Spreading the knowledge, you know yourself. Anyway, pull this piece out. Now, of all the cuts in any of the pieces you'll ever see me make up, this is certainly the most red hot one. This is not to be done unless you're comfortable with a grinder. That is a very delicate and intricate cut there, so you just need to be as careful as possible. You can see I'm holding the guard to get this done, and yeah, just be very careful when you're doing this, because grinders are not one to be messed with now, to be fair. After this, then you do a little cut on the top here, which is going to allow it to bend. And then you score this line, which just gives the metal a line to bend on, as you can see here. Bend this piece up out of the way, which will allow it to fold in on itself. And then you just reef this piece against yourself to get it exactly where it needs to be. Once that's done, then where you have scored the metal inside, you can actually bend it down. You'll see me doing that now. And then you can see inside it has bent exactly on that line. And that is a thing of beauty. Hold it up 45 degrees as promised, and then the last thing here is you cut through the two overlapping lips, and that will leave you with exactly what it needs to be. And then you get out your hammer or something that resembles a hammer, give that thing a tap down, and then hold up that fine piece of trunken there in front of you, lads, and that is magic.